I'm your co-host, Corey Roy, along with my partner in crime, Hollywood. What's up, brother?
Not much. It's your boy Hollywood DA here. What you talking about, man? I'm good to go, man. Oh, with this
He
thing,
wasn't ready.
I mean, no, I was ready. He shouted. I started talking, Susan. What this is
All right,
like?
yo,
I may
we'll
not
roll
be
it back.
with
You'll
a
hear.
moment sometimes, but it don't matter, yo. It's your boy Hollywood, yo. We're here, ready to jump into this episode, yo. I'm gonna keep it just like the episode, It's on short,
Short.
tight,
Oh,
white.
you're
Short,
not going
tight,
to say the
white.
normal intro?
Nope.
I thought
Short,
you were going to
tight,
do that.
white.
Okay, all
Short,
right.
tight,
Well, that's
short,
what's up.
short, tight, white, and brief like my underwear when I was 10. Tight and white.
Well,
Okay, let's
it's
go.
always good to have my man Phenom on the show. Phenom, what's going on, brother?
Yo, Phenom 202 DDA representative, yo. Like I said before, man, I'm channeling my inner Ronin today, yo. It was a good episode, yo. So let's get it.
That's what's up, man. And last but not least, as we had on the previous episode, the show, joining us again is the lovely Cola. Cola, welcome to the show.
Thank you for
How you
having
doing?
me again. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that's what's up. Well, look, before we get started on this, I just want to let everybody know, as always, don't forget to please like, share, subscribe to the channel. It's free, y'all, so it doesn't cost you a thing to do that. And before we really get started, Ali, if you can go ahead and cue that up, we're going to be talking about the Hawkeye series here. And if everybody doesn't know, the Hawkeye series is going to be 6 episodes. Hawkeye is about clearly Clint Barton and Kate Bishop. And as you can see here in this clip, it looks like we may be getting Wilson Fisk, my man Kingpin, in this particular episode. But will we actually see Wilson Fisk in this episode? That I don't know. But they are definitely keying up that this is something they're going to do. It is only 6 episodes, but with episode 3, I must say, I really did enjoy the action of this episode. But we'll do a much more deep dive into it because it really goes into the character Echo, which the name of this episode is called Echoes, and we'll just go ahead and do that. But before I say any more, Ali, we'll go it off to you and make our way around the horn. What were your thoughts on this episode 3 entitled Echoes?
I thought it was a action packed, so I enjoyed it. It was like a lot happened, but a little happened, if that makes sense. So but I definitely enjoyed it. It picked up off the first two. I mean, the first two were pretty good, but I think this one raised it up a level. So hopefully they can keep going up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, Phenon, what about you? What were your thoughts on this episode? Phenon, aka Ronin, today.
Yes. Look, yo, this episode was fire, yo. I mean, like, I love Echo's backstory. She got dealt a bad hand, deaf and one-legged, yo, and whipping
Yep.
everybody ass, yo. Yo, I'm all in on this, yo. I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they have my man, her daddy, yo. Her daddy, I fucks with him. He been in a lot of shit lately. He was in like Fargo. He was in Reservation Dogs. Yo, he good, man. I like him, yo.
Okay. All right. Cool. And last but not least, Cola. I mean, what were your overall thoughts of this episode? What were you feeling about episode 3?
I mean, I love the action in it, but I mean, it was 90% of the whole show was nothing but action. Like the
Right.
storyline is besides the beginning and maybe a little bit at the end, all action, all action.
Yeah.
So I love that portion of it. And once again, got to give a shout out to Marvel for the diversity. Like not only is
Yeah.
she hearing impaired, she has a prosthetic leg. I'm over here like, how many people do would kick
Yeah.
ass with a prosthetic leg? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You
Real
wouldn't even
Yeah.
talk.
know. Like this is when it comes into that handy abled. Is when they say disabled, like no, they're handy
Mhm.
abled. Like that, she was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was killing
Yeah.
it.
I agree. That's one of the main things I liked about this episode was that it focused on Echo. Of course, the show this particular episode is entitled Echoes, but yo, let us seeing her backstory. I thought was phenomenal. I thought it was great. It really dived into her being hearing impaired, but her having to deal with how to live in 2 separate worlds. As myself, I don't know how that works, but I love how they really brought us into that to know exactly how it
Incorporated
was. And
it.
Yeah, and you're right. Her with the prosthetic leg. I mean, come on, you can't get better than that. And then even more diversity with this particular actress. Echo is Maya Lopez in the comics, but this particular actress, and I want to say her name correctly, but her name is Alaqua Cox. She's a Native American actress. Native American.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, come on now. Marvel is really stepping it up, and she is deaf by birth. So this is really a deaf. She is deaf by birth. She is. Yeah, she is actually deaf. I did my 30-second research on her. And
there you go. Went to that research department.
I did. She actually is deaf by birth and a Native American actress. So you can't get better than that. She is really doing a phenomenal job in this, and I love the portrayal that she was doing of Echo. But those are the main parts of this story that I really like the most, is seeing her story in this. And we can go ahead and just get kicked off and start doing a deep dive into this show. So let's go around the horn. What was everybody's thoughts about Echo and her backstory? Ali, I start with you. What did you feel about her and her character in this overall episode?
It was good, man. It was definitely good, and not just Echo. I like how her pops and everything, because I ain't gonna lie, it kind of threw me for a loop. Because her pops, I was like, oh, he's such a warm, loving daddy. And then when I saw him get murked, I was like, oh, he's running with the bad folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was a boss. Yeah. Like I thought he was like the good guy. You know what I mean? But Echo overall, though, she's tough. Like I said, I mean, it went from her being deaf to the leg to this to that. I'm like, yo, she got every disability you can think of.
Yeah, that's
still kicking ass. Yeah. Kicking ass.
Hey, but since you did your 30-second research, does she really have a prosthetic leg, or is that just a character?
She actually really does have a prosthetic leg. Yes, she does.
And love it even more.
That's true. Yes. Yeah. She really does have a prosthetic leg, and they incorporated that into the character. So I thought that was pretty dope too.
Awesome.
Yeah, because the character in the comics does not have a prosthetic leg, but they even one-upped it. Like, look, we're just going to go ahead and let you know she got a prosthetic leg. So she's Native American, which is freaking awesome. She is deaf by birth, and she really has a prosthetic leg. Come on now.
Yeah, because I was going to say, that's what I asked if the character did, because I was like, if she chopped off a leg, she's method acting to the thousand. She's like, I'm about to be deaf, Indian, Native American, and go ahead and chop it off. I got a really good character.
She was about to pull a Lieutenant Dan on us like it wasn't Forrest Gump.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. Her dad was a bad dude. I didn't know that either until he got murked by Ronan. I was like, oh shoot, he was rolling with the mafia cats.
Mafia.
I did see like Easter egg. Like I did some Easter egg hunting. And they was like pointing out stuff like the name of the shop was like Fat Man's Auto Shop or something. So Wilson Fisk, another ode to him. So, he could have been running the chop shop or whatever for Wilson Fisk, yo. And that's the thing, like when her dad got murked and she ran up and saw Ronan killing everybody, you know what I mean? Yeah. That fueled her anger. And that's when, she started talking to her homeboy. He was kind of like, yo, you need to let this go, but she needs answers to who killed her dad. You know what I mean? And I don't think she was believing. She wasn't believing Hawkeye when
not at all.
Dead.
Not at all.
Yo, but when she ran up on that girl though, when she got the girl with a chokehold. She wasn't even trying to listen to anything you had to say. Like just her speaking just fueled her up. Like she was like, I'm ready to go. Like now, we're done.
Yeah. She was ready. Go ahead.
Yo, and think about it with Hawkeye. Hawkeye was saying like Ronan is dead, and it was kind of like a double entendre. Like, Black Widow killed Ronan because when Black Widow came and got, Hawkeye like Ronan to join the fight, theoretically Ronan died. You know what I mean? That's how Hawkeye's thinking, but she's not believing that. Yo, you know what I'm saying? But like I go back to this. It's the Dr. Evil school of evilin', yo. Like, you got duct tape. Let me cut the duct tape with my hand on a sharp part of the chair. Let me get up and start beating everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying?
they had the duct tape in front. They cut it off. It was like, oh, let me just put it behind. Like I was like, what was the purpose of that?
That is true. And another thing.
No, I think they cut it off because she knew that he was. She thought he was deaf, so she wanted him to sign. But when he said, "I'm hard of hearing, I'm not deaf," she was like, "Okay." So that's when she tied the hands behind his back.
The hands back up.
Okay. I didn't pick up on that. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I be watching. I be seeing stuff.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. But you're right, Phoenix, man. It is the Dr. Evil school of being evil because they had him tied up all day and all night and did absolutely nothing. They did absolutely nothing to him and just let them sit there, even to the point where one of the Russian guys...
They was on the rocking horse show. They was on the little kid rocking horse for hours, yo.
Yeah. I mean, so long that the one of the Russian guys start talking to her about a Christmas gift he got his wife. Like, come on,
right.
Like, really?
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. Imagine Dragons. Yeah.
I like Thunder, yo. So when she was like it was whack, I was like, yo, nah, I hate her even more. The lightning and the thunder, y'all.
Oh yeah. All right. I know Imagine Dragons. I'm trying to figure out the song they sung. I mean, like, they was hot for a second.
Yeah, it was just
nobody gives a fuck about it.
Yeah.
So what did everybody think of? Because we're at this point right now where it has a lull, but it's right to kick into the action. So the fighting in the warehouse when everything goes crazy. What did you guys think about the action for that? I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, that whole action scene from the warehouse to the bridge was probably the longest action I've seen Hawkeye do in all the Avenger movies combined. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah. But what do you guys
first of all, before we get into that, I'm originally from New York. I've never seen the streets that desolate in my life. You know, I was like, how do you have this whole car scene chase and there's no cars on the road? That makes no sense. Like
no traffic,
no cops or nothing. Nobody radios.
Exactly.
Yo, there's something going
on the bridge.
On the fucking bridge?
Are you kidding me? Like, there's nothing but traffic on the bridge.
Yeah, yo. Shit crazy.
That is true. I didn't recognize that. Damn.
Nah, I saw that shit from the beginning. I'm like, what the fuck everybody at?
What video are we in again? Like,
yeah.
I had to make sure I was right.
Yeah, that is true, yo. There wasn't no traffic. I don't know, man. It was a COVID year, so that's what it was. Everybody.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. We'll go with that. Yeah, but damn. But what about that? What did y'all guys think of the action in the warehouse, though? Actually seeing Hawkeye actually do something for once. What did y'all think of his whole action scene? I'll start with you, Aleks.
Go on.
Well, no, Cole,
go ahead, Fina.
She said she liked the action, so we can see how she rates this.
Yeah, okay. All right. What did you think about the action in the warehouse and going on the bridge?
Oh, I loved it. I loved all of it except for the lack of traffic. But like I loved all of it. Like, but like with Hawkeye, he's not like the main Avenger. So most of the time, the camera, like in every other show, is on everybody else but him. So
that's right.
I thought like in all the other shows, like the limited times that we saw him, he did actually hold his ground, especially in what's that, Age of Ultron, just before Quicksilver died or whatever,
Correct.
like he was there, he did it. But this one now is more concentrated and we can more see his martial arts skills and everything else and how he dealt with not having the hearing aid afterwards, because I'm pretty sure like hearing has something to do with you being able to keep up with everything too, right?
Yeah,
I liked it.
True. He did struggle, which that's a nod to the comics as well, because in the comics he actually does lose his hearing in the comics by being beat up by one of the flunkies or the thugs, and it's actually an arrow that they like jab into his ear and takes away his hearing, so he has trouble hearing. But that whole action scene is actually a nod to the Matt Fraction comics. It is just almost like the Matt Fraction comics. The whole idea of when they're getting in the car and Kate Bishop is trying to figure out the arrows and starts fussing at them because they're not labeled, and she's just shooting arrows at the cars behind them. All that's right out the Matt Fraction comics. The whole scene. The only difference is they was in another car, which was the car that they got in, like the Charger. In the comics, they were in the Charger.
every 60, 70-year-old black man in America like threw the remote at the TV when he was like, yo, we can't mess with the charger. And then he went to the Cadillac bro ham. Like, you right, the bro ham? Like, hold on. Like, that shit had leather in it. I was like, yo, brother, the interior was pretty good. Like, oh, no, man.
Right.
They're like, what the fuck? They lean back. You know how long
jacking up a classic.
I was about to say, whoever was driving that in New York is an expert driver. How the hell you caught that shit? Those shits be long as a bitch.
Long as hell. You have to have a garage for that one.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I love the action on that scene, though. I thought the action on that scene was pretty good. Damn, we actually got some comments that have come in. So let me just hit these comments up really quick to see what this guy, okay, I'm not going to say his name, but, Funk You has a...
I will kill every nigga.
Okay, okay, we're going to stop that right there.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're going to stop that right there.
Yeah. You need his ass whooping. You need to say that shit to somebody's face, yo. Say that shit on the internet. Yo, but let me say this. One cool part I did like. One cool part I did like is the ode to Frank to Pym, yo. Like with the arrow.
Yeah.
With the arrow.
To Hank Pym. Yeah, I thought that shit was dope. I mean, like when I saw Pym on it, I'm like, is it gonna shrink? But nah, that shit was super.
Yeah, it got big.
Yo.
Yeah.
I was like, we had this the whole time.
Yeah, for real.
A while ago, right?
But nobody in the car accident. Everybody survived the car accident. Everybody ended up on the bridge in force. But and that's the thing. Like with Hawkeye and his hearing, I don't understand it, yo. And his fighting, I don't understand. Like, was this ever talked about in other episodes, other movies, anything like that, or this development just happened in this series?
It just recently happened, and
it's
there's a very small snippet when they ask him about it, and he just has a flashback on all the things that happened, and it's all the explosions, all the stuff in Endgame, all the stuff in Ultron. So his hearing has just been decimated by all the explosion stuff around him. So that's why he has a hearing aid now. Yeah. And I'm sure half the stuff he was doing is Ronin.
Yeah, and I will say this: I do feel better with him showing his martial arts skills because, like Cola said, in the other movies, he was just shooting arrows. That's what everybody thought he did. Arrows. So it's kind of surprising to see him like whipping everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying? So it was good. I'm with it, yo. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it. I mean, even that one move that I thought was dope was when he had the arrow and he was in the warehouse and he kind of did like the blind shot behind him and got the guy's hand stuck on the pillar. I thought that was dope. I was like, okay, like we getting to see Hawkeye the way he is in the Matt Fraction comics. Like the dude is badass when he wants to be. We just never really got a chance to see it because he was always just shooting arrows from over the top of the building somewhere, and that's just kind of whack, But but other than that, I mean, this episode is not a whole lot to talk about in this episode, but the action is really good, and there's only a couple of key parts in this episode. As we saw in the earlier clip that Ollie showed, they're showing Wilson Fisk, but we actually never see Wilson Fisk face in this at all. But we do notice that when Echo is a young child, there's somebody in a white suit that comes over and tells her to do good and kind of, congratulates her and whatever. Clearly, we know that's Wilson Fisk. But they call him Uncle. Yeah, and they say that in the end, when Uncle appreciate us doing what we're doing. Do you think we're finally going to see him in episode 4, or you think they're going to wait to see him until episode 6? Because this is a 6-episode series.
They need to show him.
I think he might show up in episode 5.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be before the end.
Yeah,
it got to, man. I mean, like you can't run a promo and show Vincent D'Onofrio and be like hold him off to the end. That's doing a series a disservice, yo. You need to see what he's about, like what his angle is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because even like this episode, Daredevil. But see, the thing about it is, I'm very concerned that they're going to try to cram everything into 6 episodes because you still got her mother and her boyfriend's dynamic or fiance's dynamic. Where the Tracksuit Mafia comes in, and Will Wilson Fisk comes in. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And what the fuck is up with the watch, yo? What's the significance of the watch? We still ain't heard nothing from the watch.
That's true.
They ain't missing the watch since the first 10 minutes.
The first episode,
like,
basically.
It was like, yo, get the watch, and after that it was over. Like, you haven't heard about the watch since.
Damn, that's right. Yeah, that's true. And they still got to get the suit. Now you've introduced Echo, and now she's on a mission to try to find Ronin. You're right. There's a lot of stuff moving. I mean, I think they can get it done if they don't cram it into 30 minutes for the next 3 episodes. But episode 2 is almost 50 minutes long. So if the remaining episodes are like that, then I think they can do it, you know. But I really hope so. But yeah, you're right. That's a lot to cram in. Unless they're just teasing us images of Wilson Fisk that really not going to show up until much later. Yeah, because they'll do that sometimes. They'll tease something, and they're really already letting us know there's a Hawkeye series too, but they ain't telling us that probably until the very end of this episode where we really know Wilson Fisk is going to be his adversary in the 2nd season, because I can't see him cramming all that into this season. I just can't see that, especially when he's trying to go against the head of organized crime. It's like any video game. You got to make your way up the levels to get to Wilson Fisk, and he ain't got enough episodes to do that. For me, personally.
Maybe he's going to show up in the next show. Like, maybe they're teasing him now, and he's going to show up in the next show.
Yeah.
Whatever the next show is. I don't know what it is.
If Hawkeye beats Kingpin, yo, I'm going to throw Disney Plus away, yo. Like, that shit can't happen.
That's what I was...
So, come on, man.
Well, that's a good idea. That's what I was saying earlier. He cannot be Kingpin. I was thinking, would they
Car? You remixing Car
at the end?
Okay, so it's not just me. I was like,
oh damn,
remix.
You chopping it up right now.
Remix. All right, I was basically saying, would they introduce Daredevil near the end, because he will need somebody else to take down Kingpin. That's all. I hope I'm not remixing.
No,
you sound.
You're chipmunking now. It was like that.
Oh, they
was so good yesterday, Corey.
Yeah,
I was. Go ahead, Cole.
I have a question. So, like, when they were going into Echo's backstory, do you remember the story that they told while they were sitting, like before he took her to bed or whatever? The story about the dragons? I'm curious if that's some kind of introduction into, I don't know, like Shang-Chi. What is it? Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Right, because he said, saying that, there are dragons, they're in a different world, though, So because they put in that little, I don't know, that little Easter egg, I wonder if that's going to show up sometime in this. I don't know.
That's good.
That'll be interesting.
I didn't even think about that.
You never know.
I mean, look, Marvel is always...
Oh, word. That's what it is.
Marvel's always throwing nuggets, man, that'll show up later, and it's very possible. We all know that Shang-Chi is going to... Shang-Chi is going to be in future episodes, future movies, so it's Shang-Chi, So I didn't think about that. That's actually really good. Damn, that's a good one. But anybody, any other tidbits in this episode that anybody else saw that they'd like to touch on, other than the cliffhanger at the end, where why did they leave us with that cliffhanger? Like right before the episode comes off, dude has the Ronin knife actually at his neck when they're going through his house trying to figure out exactly what Jack is trying to do. So what were you guys' thoughts about that? I mean, what do you think is going to happen next now that Jack has thrown the knife on his neck? Ali, I'll go with you first.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen next. We just brought up the saying that just the IT person in me just like got him under. Like how her mama run a security firm and her daughter knew her password. Just like she's like, I got her password, but that's a whole nother. That's like plus IT people. I was like, yo, what the hell you run a whole security firm and everybody know your password? But it's I mean, come on, man. He hold the sword up to Hawkeye. Hawkeye can do some Like when them shits off the internet, they be like, if somebody hold a gun to you, you just do whoop, whoop.
Oh, like that one guy.
Detroit cop.
Yeah, they be like, whoop, whoop. He'll be all right.
What about you, Phoenix, man? You think anything gonna happen with that? How did you feel about that cliffhanger?
Oh, fuck. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, because Hawkeye's gonna realize that's his motherfucking knife, his motherfucking sword. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, he got the sword to him, I want to see if they will get into a kerfuffle. They should though, because you know what I'm saying. Will he disarm him? That's the thing. It left me on a cliffhanger, and when he stuck the knife out, I didn't expect it to end right there. I was like, "What the fuck?" That's my exact words I said when the episode ended.
Oh, all of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, we did. I was watching it last night. I was like, "What? Why'd he do that?" You know, but that's good TV for you, though. That's good TV for you.
That ain't good TV. Well, I hate teasers, bro.
Shout out to your birthday gift, though. Famous word of the day. I gave him that calendar. He was like,
Kerfluffle.
I can't even. How old are you doing
SAT word of the day.
There you go.
A mini skirmish. A mini skirmish. That's what they get into.
Oh, wow. My vocabulary has just increased by 1.
Yo, man, I got an MBA, yo. I got to talk like I got an MBA, yo. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got to keep it, yo.
Good. That was good, man. That was good. Well, anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about this episode. We'll go around the horn and just rate this episode on what everybody else thought. It was a really good episode. A lot more action. Not a lot that really happened, even though, like Cola said, there was a lot that did happen. But I would rate this episode as a very good episode for me. It left me wanting more. I loved the action. I loved a lot of the references to the Matt Fraction comics, which I saw a lot of that. So, hey, thumbs up for me. I'm ready for episode 4. Bring it. Ali, what are your thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I enjoyed it. It was a little short, but, you know, like I said, left me wanting some more. It was a lot of action. Wish could have got a little bit more into the story, but it was all good. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, they're moving up. So hopefully they can keep up the momentum.
That's what's up. Phenom, what about you, brother?
Yo, I'll give it a 4. I mean, I was entertained the whole time.
4 out of 10? 4 out of what? Or out of 6 Infinity Stones?
5.
16. I mean, like it kept me entertained, yo. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 16?
No, 4 out of 5.
I was saying it's good to be like 4 out of 16.
Okay. No, it's 4 out of 5.
4 out of 16.
You got me doing math.
No, it's dope,
like,
yo. I mean,
4 out of 16.
I mean, I like this iteration of Jeremy Renner, yo. Like he don't have a lot of lines. He's doing his Hawkeye thing. Still don't like Lady Hawkeye. She gets on my damn nerves, yo. So
white privilege, I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. I don't fuck
with her. That's all I want to know is why. Why do you like her? What is she proven?
It's the reason why I like her is because I'm looking at how she is representing the character that I know in the comics. But the thing with Kate Bishop, she doesn't like being rich, but they haven't really expressed that enough in this series. So that's the thing. We're not seeing that enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the rich kids be like, I don't like being rich. Let their ass be poor.
As they're spending mommy and daddy's money, you know.
Yeah, and see, but that in this series, yes, I agree. We're not getting enough of that. But see, I know how she
when that credit card got declined. When that credit card got declined, she was like, look across the table. She had to wipe her eyes like, please, like she wish she was rich then.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
It's like you can't tell me you don't like being rich and you're knocking down buildings. You know what I'm saying? Like your loft catches fire and you're just like, I'll just go to my aunt's house. La la la. You know, like she doesn't even call the insurance company or anything. Like that's white privilege. I'm sorry. Like you just know you have a place to stay.
Yeah. Okay, I feel you. Yeah, I can't argue for the way it's being represented right now in the series. But Phenom gave his piece. Cola, I'm gonna kick it off to you to end this. What are your thoughts of this episode so far?
Again, love the action. It was 85-90% of the whole show. So I give it, 4 stars out of 16. Like old boy over here.
Y'all on the Molly Ringwald scale. 16 candles.
16 candles.
How many candles did you blow out?
No, I give it a 4 out of 5. I thought the action was pretty good. I'm an action fiend, so I loved it. But the story of Echo, loved it. Absolutely loved it. She is a badass. I love her. I love her.
She is.
I have a girl crush now.
And I did some more research. supposedly they're going to be doing a spin-off series of her. So her development in the series, she's going to wind up getting her own Disney series down the line. So that's what's in the works right now. So yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
And I'm watching
the resident comic person. So is she a villain? Does she turn good or whatever in the comics? Or yeah, know?
Echo. Okay, well, that was the best way I can. She's great. You know, she's not bad. She's not good. She lived by her own code. But she is really good though, because in the comics she actually has a relationship with Matt Murdock, who is Daredevil. So she's a good person. She's just been put on the wrong path by Kingpin. So that's really what it is. So once she figures out that Kingpin lied to her, she forms her own path on the good path. Like, okay, I know the right side of justice now, and I was on the wrong side of justice because Kingpin misled me thinking that Daredevil killed my parents. So that's what I mean. She's kind of great. She started off one way, but she came back the other way. So but she's awesome. She's
did Daredevil kill her parents, or did Hawkeye kill her parents? I mean, Ronan.
Okay. Yeah, so in this series, they're making it Hawkeye. So that's the storyline in this series with Ronan. But in the comics, it's Wilson Fisk tells her that Daredevil killed her parents. So she goes on a hunt to hunt down Daredevil. But at the same time that she's hunting down Daredevil, she's actually in New York having a relationship and dating Matt Murdock, not knowing that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. And it's not until they actually fight where then she finds out, oh snap, you're Matt Murdock. And that's when she starts to put two and two together and like, oh, Wilson Fisk, he lied to me. And that's when she go after him. So that's the general storyline of Echo in the comics. I love the twist that they've done here for this series. It still fits good. So I enjoy it. But yeah, man, give me more Echo. Give me more Echo.
All right. Yeah. And I know we're trying to wrap it up, but I just thought about something since we're a little bit off tangent. Yo, in y'all previews, did they show Elaine with Black Widow's sister?
I saw it.
I didn't see the preview.
Not in this one.
No.
Well, wasn't that the preview like when they started playing? Maybe it's
in the series.
Nah. Yeah, I watched the bootleg one. Because I seen something, it was like, you know what I'm saying, like previously, whatever, and they showed her talking to, because I was like, what, she don't jump in this too? But, but you know what? Disney Plus doesn't have my money, so, I watched some bootlegs.
But that sounds like the end of Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah, they showed the
scene from the end. Black Widow?
Oh, somebody cobbled that together.
They showed the scene. They showed the scene of that. It was like previously, you know what I'm saying? They showed like last episode, then they cut to that, and I was like, what? That was pretty random.
Somebody put that shit together, yo.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's a fan-made one. But the rumor is that she may be in this because of what she told her at the end of Black Widow. But I mean, that's just a rumor though. But even then, if you add her into this, that's just too much, so I don't know. But but no, I didn't know anything about her being in this. I have not seen that at all. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up. This is a great episode. It was great. It was short but sweet action. I loved it. Thank you everybody for tuning in. For those of you that are coming back, thank you for joining this ride with us. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Once again, I'll say it's free, y'all. Thank you for listening to this episode. My name is. You can follow me all over the interwebs at Corey Roy _ Ali. Where can they find you, brother?
Hollywood DA. This is _ it _ podcast. Yo, hit us on Instagram. That's pretty much it. Good. I told you I'm keeping it short and brief today.
No, where can they find you, brother? That's what's up.
Yo, Phenom 202. You can find me everywhere on the social medias. I just love how your microphone was on his best behavior last night, Corey. He was like, "We got a guest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna show
I know it came
tonight."
Yeah, it came back. Yeah, this is what we came back. This what we used to. Yeah, this one came back.
Your shit came out in his drawers during party time, yo. Like, what the fuck you walking around your drawers for? We got company, yo. That's exactly what your shit did today, yo.
Yeah.
In the Black household, after the second visit, you're no longer a guest, you're family.
I'm comfortable.
Now
you're right.
You family now.
That's it. So my mic was going out through this whole shit.
Not just
that last part. Yeah.
Oh, when I was talking about Ronan and Echo.
I mean, yeah, we can hear it, but sometimes.
Damn, I was dropping some jewels. I was dropping jewels.
You were.
All right,
We
we'll
heard
talk about that.
Clear.
You know, it was just
YouTube will be clear.
choppy.
Yeah, YouTube will be clear. But anyway, we went to Phenom, Cola, Ali, Phoenix. Yo, thanks everybody for joining us.
Did you get Cola?
Yes, Cola. I'm sorry, y'all got me off guard. Cola.
See what I say?
You for joining us on this.
I'm no longer a guest.
I know.
You know, like
Yeah.
all right, just log off
Cola.
now. Jeez, like.
Once again, we'd like to thank Cola for joining us on this show. Please, Cola, tell everybody what you got going on and how can they find you?
Instagram, Coca-Cola, QOKA_QOLA. Also have a podcast, Life, LYF _podcast on Instagram and www.lyfpodcast.com.
All right. That's awesome. Phenom, did you get a chance to say anything? I think you did. I can't remember.
I did. I was pounding on your audio. I was telling how shit.
That's right. All right. Don't want to leave anybody out. And that'll wrap this episode up, man. Thank everybody for joining. Once again, thank you, Cola, for joining us again on
Thank you for having me. I love it.
Yes.
I love to be able to geek out.
Yeah.
All right. We love having you. Yeah, we really do. And as always, everybody, as I've always said, we're going to bring you more of this Black Dad energy and along with Cola, and we will always see you on the next episode. Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Yep.